Hey guys, welcome to day 35 of the Grinding It Up challenge, if I'm not mistaken. It's been a rough night, so I'm still a little sick. Um, my throat was sore over the weekend, and had to cancel on my live training session at IntelliPoker. My grind wasn't too successful either, so this weekend has been really rough. I hope I can still deliver a good video. So, got my coffee. Also, I had to spend the night railing the final tables of the Sunday Million and the Sunday Warm Up, which were right behind each other. In my time, 3 in the morning and 6 or 7 in the morning. So yeah, I had to spend the night watching those tables and then hosting them, railing and commenting on people busting out. That's the job of a Team Online member. I'm going to call here with my whoops pair of sixes. So for today's episode, I decided to do something special because so many people requested different stakes. Like one of you guys, or some of you guys, requested me playing 25 NL again. So I wanted to take a shot again. Trying to refresh the filters. That's not the real ones. So that's a pretty neat flop here. Yeah, so I pretty much made a crosscut through all the different stakes, and we're playing one table of each limit now. To please each and every one of you, but yeah, also to boost the bankroll, of course. So that's our goal. I wanted to switch up the dates here. So I'm c-betting here. Not super happy about this flop, but I got a gutter and a backdoor flush draw, and not too many people should have hit too much. And can fold better, like small pairs. Well, now that he calls, seems like a recreational player. I will let it go. I think I'm just gonna check. I might actually barrel again. I think that was a mistake. Should have barreled again at 16 NL. Well, he most likely hand is an ace, of course, but well, there's also 10x type hands that I can actually fold out. I'm going to take a stab at this flop because it's monotone, and if he doesn't have a heart, he's probably not going to continue. Going to call a min raise here. Got a lot of recreational players, some loose action. Not gonna bother with a 3-bet though. I mean, now I'm pretty much getting priced in to see a flop, but King 4 suited, it's close. I mean, Ace X suited, I would definitely call here. But yeah, well, there we go. King 4 suited is a little King 4 suited is a little weak. I mean, I can flop to a pair, of course, and I can flop a flush, and I can flop trips. But usually I'm just gonna end up flopping a pair or a flush draw, and because of stack sizes, I'm gonna end up getting it in, which isn't too bad. But also, if I do flop a king, I'm not really thrilled. So. I mean, yeah, we don't want to be results oriented here, right? Oh my god. King Jack suited. So yeah, taking a shot at 16 NL, taking a shot at 25 NL, playing deep stack poker over here. So we got it all going here. Yeah, I'm definitely going to bet this flop. I could bet it bigger to get it in on the turn. And I'm also going to bet this flop. Getting min check raised here. I do have some outs, so I'm definitely gonna peel one. Gonna call pocket fours here, and he insta jams it, which pretty much makes him, by the line that he takes and the sizing that he uses, makes him should make him a recreational player. That's already starting off good this morning, I can tell you. I didn't only have a rough weekend health-wise. There's something I can tell you guys about playing when you're sick or when you're not feeling well. Don't do it. Just don't do it. I did it yesterday because, I was just sitting in front of my computer, a little bit bored, waiting for the final tables to happen, and well, I played my regular stakes, 200 NL, and yeah, I dropped 5 stacks. I mean, couldn't do much about most of them, but I wasn't really on my A game either. So it's definitely something that adds up to, like, things that add up when you're not feeling well, and when you try to when you're not feeling well, and then when you're not running well. Those things combined, they can really get you into a tilting mode much more. They're more likely to get you into a tilting mode, or into a habit of playing worse, going on your B game, on your C game, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, definitely don't play when you're not feeling well. Just take a break and take it slow. Maybe play some tournaments. I did play some tournaments that didn't go too well either, but at least I couldn't lose that much. But yeah, it's definitely some piece of advice that I would love to put out there. So this guy, he is 3-betting us. I don't know him. I got queens, so I'm not really folding. 4-betting in that spot, I could call, but it's definitely tough to play from out of position against an unknown player. And I'm also willing to stack off here. I mean, he's going to have a lot of ace-king when he jams, and well, if he's got like kings or aces, then he's got kings or aces. Yeah, and we're gonna we were destined to lose a stack there. So that's not starting off all too well, I'd say. Actually, I just lost the stack for the shot, which is too bad. Let's see. Puts us back down at 386.60, 400, and well, I still got plenty of shot money left. So, whoops. Not much to worry about. Yeah, well, that's just a spot where you're just destined to lose your stack there, and when you get it in against aces or kings, you shouldn't worry too much, because queens is the third best hand. You could definitely make an argument for calling preflop, but playing out of position against an unknown player, it's going to be tough. And I think at 25 NL and above, the preflop aggression is already at a high enough level that you can actually be happy about sticking in these. So we're a little bit deeper here at that 5 NL table. I've got to fold the king jack here. Yeah, and everyone seems to want to get stacks in. I mean, this guy is just super loose, and I'm just going nowhere with ace king here. It's just super clear cut, get it in spot. And he's got ace 10, so there we go. Ship a huge, insanely huge pot for a 5 NL table. That was like a $24 pot. Wow, that's insane. Haven't seen a $24 pot at 5 NL, I think, during the challenge so far. So that's pretty awesome. But I mean, yeah, it's this guy has been really active, and definitely c-betting this flop. He's 3-betting a recreational player. I don't know what range he does that with, but I feel like I can actually cold 4-bet in that spot. Yeah, I think I'm going to cold 4-bet. Just looks like he wants to isolate the recreational player. And ace-jack suited is a good enough hand. I could also flat call, actually. I think maybe flat calling is a little better here to keep the recreational player in the pot, because ace-jack suited plays so well in a multi-way pot. Get 3-bet, we're deep. Definitely gonna flat with a suited ace, even though I'm out of position. But that's what the deepest stacks are really, where the deepest stacks are really helping you. So I decided not to c-bet against a recreational player here. I'm just gonna check it down and calling for sure, just once, maybe even twice. I mean, there's a lot of potential hands that I'm thinking about calling with queen high here, actually, but you can have like pocket threes or whatever. Yeah, I'm just gonna check and hope for him to bluff again on the river. I don't think he can call a value bet if I bet here, He's gonna have a whole lot of, yeah. I mean, he's gonna have a whole lot of one pair hands. He's gonna check back, of course, but I don't think he's gonna call too much with those hands either. So I feel like checking and hoping for him to take a stab is a little better. Yeah, with a jack, I should actually check this flop. I mean, I can get calls from worse. I can definitely get called by any pocket pair or any flush draw. I didn't actually update you guys on the bankroll, right? We started with 497, so close to 500. Right now we're at 481. Uh, I'm giving up against this guy. I'm in position actually, so I should probably bet with 9 high, I think. At least take one stab because, I mean, he could definitely be folding. Looks like a spot where I can actually get value from a worse hand, so I'm going to call. I'm going to bet twice and then try and check it back on the river. That's obviously an atrocious river, but well, there you go. We actually had value, so that's good. We got called by a worse hand. Ace queen, I'm going to 3-bet. I'm out of position. Don't like having no initiative and being in the small blind against so many opponents is just not favorable. This is interesting. So you bet the flop smallish, then bet the turn. So you're pretty much splitting against any queen. I don't know. I think I should call this. This is a fold, I'd say. I mean, deep stacked, nobody really tries to get it in with anything worse than ace king, I'd say, and a pair, so I will be pretty much crushed in that spot, I feel. But, well, as we see, we have a whole lot of action here at these tables. I mean, recreational players left and right. I think our 10 is beat here, so I'm going to fold. Definitely 3-betting ace king for value against the button open. And also, at this point, the stakes we're playing, I think we're happy about getting action. So if we were to get 4-bet here, I would be pretty happy to get it in. I'm definitely 3-betting the recreational player here. And I'm also 3-betting ace king here. Just trying to get in more value because I expect him to be calling a lot of worse hands. Going to... I'm not c-betting this flop. I mean, I could. It's a lot of draws. But also, he's never folding a pair on a low board like this. So, yeah, I'm just happy check folding this flop. I shouldn't have too much equity. Shouldn't have too much equity when... Yeah, I'm not sure about the overcard outs, so I'm just gonna check fold. About the bet sizing, I think it might get a little confusing at times here, because at the regular tables I'm using I switched it up again. So just just to let you guys know, I'm doing a 2.5x from the regular positions, and then from the button I'm usually min raising. Getting a freeze now again. Computer, hello. Just got a computer freeze again. I'm sitting out here. Just gonna join back in and post. Not gonna bother waiting. There's so much dead money in the pot here anyways. Well, so yeah, we're really trying to get past that $500 mark, and as it seems, it's just it's just so tough to get past this, and I don't know why. I'm going to call here with 7-5 suited. I should actually be more careful because those people might not actually be recreational players since they have $5, but I actually mistook this table for a 10NL table. So yeah, I do have to be very careful. So at the regular tables, I'm using. Actually, I was wrong. I'm using a 3x open and a 2.5x open on the button. Just so that you know. I mean, I'm toying around with these preflop sizes. Don't try and read too much into this. It's just me trying to really see how people react. So pretty big 3-bet here. I'm going to fold and also going to fold the queen 5 suited. Definitely c-betting this flop. I mean, this is just a great flop for my hand. I have 2 overs in the backdoor and not flush draw, and I'm getting 3-bet by this guy quite relentlessly. He could actually have hands. I mean, he's using strange sizings. Last time he's using 4x all the time. So I don't know what to make of this, but King 10 offsuit is just too weak to 4-bet here. You could just have hands. I mean, you have to be careful with this. Definitely 3-betting ace king and opening pocket nines and double barreling. I mean, this is just a standard double barrel spot. Ace deuce suited against an undergun open, potential bluff candidate, but I'd rather not since I just 3-bet him, and since he's opening under the gun, he's a little bit more likely to play back at me. Not really play back at me, but have better hands, stronger hands to do it with. Yeah, definitely 3-betting, making it kind of small. We're deep, so I mean I could also flat, but this was just this would induce people to squeeze it up here. Going to fold 9-10. And that's a great flop. So yeah, I'm definitely betting. Looking to build a pot, and that's a nice turn. So we're just going to bet. Yeah, definitely betting kind of big on this turn. And he keeps calling. That's ugly river. I don't think he's gonna call with worse now. I mean, I'm holding the 10 of hearts and the jack of hearts, so all I'm hoping for is that that he doesn't have the nut flush. I mean, he can also have the queen of hearts, which is pretty likely actually. So I'm just gonna check this one back, and yeah, he actually has the queen of hearts. So we're really not running too well today, are we? I mean, it looks so nice. The flops are looking so nice, but yeah, it's just not working out. The hands are looking nice, but. Half pot, I have a pair and a backdoor flush draw. I think I need to call because I can definitely spike, and well, I'm just gonna have him stick the money in because if he has an ace, he's gonna stick it in. So we're just gonna be happy to call it off here. That's a little bit better now. This guy's opening quite a bit. And so is this one. So definitely c-betting here with a gutter and a backdoor flush draw. Pretty coordinated board. We can definitely get some worse hands to fold, some better hands to fold. Now that he calls, that's not a great card. I would barrel any club, many overcards, but not the 5. I think the 5 is a check fold now. And I can actually bet this river because I can credibly rep a hand like Queen Jack or King Queen that has given up on the flop, so on the turn. So I think I can just give this one a try. Should be reasonable. And it works out, which is nice. This is actually not a great table to be at. I should be looking for a different one. Let me see. I think I got one. Yeah, I'm definitely betting half pot here. I can get called by flush draws, gut shots, all that kind of stuff. I hope I'm not getting a cough now. Feels a little like it. Sore throat is gone, which is good, but you know, something like this never comes alone. I can tell you from experience. There's also some follow-up. From the button, I'm making a loose steal here. Queen 10 against the cutoff open. I want it to be a little bit tighter. I mean, he's a regular, so I don't expect to be making that much money of calling Queen 10 offsuit from out of position. I could definitely 3-bet, but I'm just looking to stay a little bit tighter at the 25 and L table. I mean, you know, getting in queens is just something that's just mandatory. That was just super mandatory, and there was nothing we could have done to prevent this. Looking for a different deep stack table. So I feel like so far I haven't really made any huge major mistakes. No overtime, but well, since I do want to boost the bankroll, I'm gonna give this video 5 more minutes. And if I make another mistake in these 5 more minutes, then I'm going to add a penalty, as you're used to. Like, I'm gonna do this every video from now on. Penalty is gonna be given whenever I feel like I made a mistake, and that means I'm going to bet pretty small here. Yeah, I'm betting again here. Yeah, so for anyone who hasn't watched the previous video, penalty means that I feel like I've misplayed a hand, and I'm adding 5 minutes to the video as a penalty. So this guy, yeah, I mean, we've played a ton with him. We're just going to call, and this one we're going to call. It's just a standard call on the button, and that's just an atrocious turn river. So we're going to call this, of course, and we're going to fold the river. Yeah, we'll have to call this turn 2, I think. I mean, we have so many outs. And yeah, we're going to check back a 10. He's never folding an overpair, so yeah, we can't really do much. And sometimes we're good against his bluffs, which is nice. Titty! If we had been a little bit... If we hadn't been so deep, would have maybe considered... jamming the turn with so many outs, which would have been a good play. Now, yeah, aces, just hoping for action. We need money. Come on, 3-bet us. 3-bet us. You're not a tight fish. You're a regular. 3-bet, 3-bet, 3-bet. Yes, you can do it. You can do it. Come on. We're trying to build the bankroll here. Oh no. Nitty. Just too nitty. You couldn't pull the trigger. Am I right? So far we broke even on the session. I mean, it's nice to finally at least book a little success with with a 25 and L shot. Well, not real success. I mean, queens against aces is just standard. But given that he 3-bet queen jack, it actually makes me more confident about my 4-bet with queens. I mean, not that I'm not confident about 4-betting queens and getting in the money. I think that's perfectly fine. I just think that in retrospect, this is a reason more. When you see stuff like this happening, this is even a reason to be more happy about getting in hands pre-flop like this at a stage, at a level like this, where people actually start 3-betting hands like Queen Jack. Oh no, we're an even Steven today again. That's a shame. I just feel like playing another 5 minutes, guys. Really. For once, I wanna build the bankroll. So recreational player opens, flatting with Ace-7 suited. It's not a standard flat. I'm just flatting because he's a recreational player. I'm 3-betting 6-5 suited. I mean, I could also call, but I don't like calling here. I won initiative, and 6-5 suited plays super well in a 3-bet in a multi-way situation. Now this is a texture. I think I should be checking back. I think I'm checking back here. Yeah, and here I'm just gonna try and show down. It's looking good. Now he bets the turn. I don't think he's gonna believe me a lot because he saw me 3-betting Jack 10 suited. And that's a great river. That could be our final winning pot. Now I have to be thinking about a raise size. I want to make it as big as to say I can actually have a bluff. I mean, he can definitely have 10-8, which would be super ugly. But I'm gonna make it small enough so that you can actually jam over the top with like a set. Or yeah, if he has jacks or nines, I definitely want him to be able to jam over the top and make a mistake there, because he can't really put me on a straight. I mean, he saw me 3-betting Jack 10 suited, but I think he can't really put me on a straight. And then if he happens to have jacks or nines or sevens, even it might be jacks or nines, he decides to jam with it, to value jam, which would be good. But he decides not to, because he was probably bluffing or betting a hand like pocket tens or you know, a 9 or a weak jack. I think I did a reasonable job to try and extract. Excuse me. Try and extract value. Coffee's up. Getting 3-bet here. Just feel like sticking it in here and just gambling it up. I could also just call. I mean, it's such a big 3-bet. I think I'm just calling, and yeah, that's a thought where I'm just going to get it in with good equity. And here with jacks, I'm going to squeeze the hell out of these recreational shorties, and yeah, I'm just going to stick the money in with the nut flush draw to overs. It scares me that I'm actually so happy after this rough night. Yeah, recreational player 3-bets me pretty small, so I'm going to just call with Jack 10 suited. I'm going to bet an amount that allows them to both jam and peel wide, so I'm going to make it 180. In both cases, he can actually, yeah, they can actually call worse and jam worse. So yeah, that's not the worst turn in the world. I'm just going to, well, yeah, you know, just trying to represent a bluff and hope him to look me up with a 10 or with a pair, with a draw, anything really. And we're good. Yay! Going to 3-bet King 10 suited. Let's have a look at results. Yeah. And definitely c-betting the flop. I mean, I have 2 overs and a backdoor flush draw. That's always a bad turn to continue bluffing, especially against a recreational player. So I'm going to give up. I mean, there's so many turns I can fire, but this is just not one of them. And people get stubborn when the board pairs. And bet's so small. I could even try and peel for my king high. If I had ace high, I'd definitely peel one because I have some more showdown value against his bluffs, against his draws. But with king high, it's a little close. So I'm just going to give up. And I think I'm going to book the profit, to be honest, and call this a video because we're at the 30-minute mark and we just broke the $500 bankroll border again, which, yeah, we're at $507. Nice, awesome. That's what I'd like to see. So we're going in the right direction. Even though we got it in with queens against aces, we managed to fight our way back up. And that's what we're going to do in this week. And I hope that we will keep grinding it up. So see you tomorrow.